Hey, what's happening, nation? It's Son Joku. I talked about this last night, so I just wanted to bring it out because it was real quick and easy for me to type it up. I just wanted to go through. We have 15 defensive linemen on this team right now. Wanted to play the game, who's in, who's out, and just kind of make our cuts. If you guys agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with some of the moves I'm making, please let me know. But with 15 dudes on this roster right now, which is awesome going into camp, you got to have your camp bodies and things like that. But we're going to end up trimming this down to 9. And then like maybe 2 dudes on the practice squad, maybe 3. We're only going to put 2 on the practice squad tonight, and the rest are going to be releases. So we're going to trim down the list. I want to jump through it and just kind of start at the top and work our way down. Let me know how you're feeling about it, man. I'm really curious to see what your thoughts are. There's going to be some tough ones. I have not done this yet, but I can already tell looking at this list. There's going to be a few tough cuts, and there's going to be that in every positional group that we're going through. So hit me up, man. Let me know what you guys are thinking. If you're new to the channel, please do think about subscribing. That really does help me out and keep me growing. So, 0805, what's happening, Anthony? How are you doing? I don't care. Oh, get out of here, pizza. Andrew, what's good, dude? Already back. What's going on? Donovan, roster looking great. This roster, dude, roster's looking deep, like straight up deep. That's what I'm saying. All right, so let's just start, dude. We'll start right off the top. Mad Max. I think we can all agree Mad Max is going to be a keeper on this team. There's no real shockers about that. The next is Matt Dickerson. Matt Dickerson's a tough one, dude. When we first brought him up, I was like, I don't know. I talked a little bit of trash. Brought him and Fillion, whatever, however you say that dude's name, out at the same time. I thought it was kind of a wasted move, especially when we were tight on money. I do not see this dude making the team. It's sad to say. I wish him the best of luck, but in my opinion, I think he will be gone. So he's going to end up being our first release, which, I'm sorry, Matt. It is what it is. For video's sake, it has to happen. I'm still liking the direction. I'm so excited for oh, Al, dude, I'm loving it. Like, loving it. Noel, how are you doing? Thank you for coming out. All right, up next on the list, it's Klee, dude. I mean, I love Klee. I know a lot of you guys go back and forth on Klee. I don't think there's any chance that he's not going to be on this roster by any means. So we're going to go ahead and put him on that keep list right underneath Mad Max. I think that's looking incredibly good. I like it, dude. I know some of you guys disagree, but that dude can play inside. He can play outside. He plays both really well. He's really good against the run. And I'm telling you right now, his ass is going to start getting to the quarterback, so I am not too worried about that at all. Like, at all. Who's Niles, dude? We'll get to Niles. Like, Niles Scott, like, we picked him up. I broke him down. He came off the NFL roster that we have right now. I'm going to tell you where he's going to be on my list. Docs is going through all of this. Rodgers, I don't agree and I don't care because DC is my quarterback. Rod, man, I'm telling you right now, I'm so sick of that. It's every year. It's going to be a different quarterback every season. Derek Carr's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Like, statistically, he's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. I've never seen a team bitch about a top 10 quarterback more than the Raider fan base. And part of me, I get it because you want to win, but he's not the reason that we're losing. I mean, that is what it is. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but you're going to get that every offseason. Mitchell, what's going on, dude? Crazy we got 15 defensive line. It is, dude. It kills me. Like, truly kills me. All right, Jerry Green, dude. I do like this kid. He's young. He's out of Mississippi State, I believe. And I really think that he's going to end up making the practice squad. It's going to be his second year, so I think we just kind of ride him. Let's see if he can get some decent, I don't know, get a little bit more size. He's a little bit small. Where's his numbers at? That's the one thing that really stood out. Yeah, he's 6'4", 250, man, and he's a defensive end. So I understand he's only 25. I'd like to see him stick around just to see if possibly he can end up being able to make that next step and like be able to bend around that defensive line. But there's no telling right now of what's going to happen with that. All right, the next one is Jonathan Hankins. We went out, we re-signed him. We got to have a couple of big defensive tackles on this team, so I'm okay with Jonathan Hankins sticking around. I thought he played great for us last season. Hopefully he continue to keep up that good work, so I'm definitely going to put him on the keep list. David Irvin. Man, some of you guys are like not sold on David Irvin, that he's not going to come back and be the player that he wants. Dude, I have zero doubts about David Irvin coming out and making a big impact on this team, especially being surrounded by like Solomon Thomas and Yannick and some of these other dudes. And like, it blows my mind. But I'm taking Irvin all damn day. I think he's going to end up being a leader for us. I think he's going to end up being a major impact on this defensive line, and I'm super, super excited about that. Let's see where I was. Oh, Chris, what's going on? I'm glad you can make it out. Gruden would keep the release and get rid of the keeper pizza. Sadly, that's kind of true. Bellamy, what's going on? Yeah, if you guys click that thumbs up, dude, it does help me out. Fargo, how are you doing? Carr is my guy, but I trade for Rodgers this so the donkeys don't get him. If he goes to Denver, dude, I will be like straight pissed. keep 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 13, 14, and Carr's 9. What's happening, dude? I'm glad you come out. Carr's going to shut everyone up next season. Carr's been shutting everybody up. They're just still talking. Oh, Bob, what's going on, dude? We have an incredible offseason. Green, Nazib, Philon, Scott. Yeah, dude. Nazib, I'm still kind of going back and forth on. He's a tough one for me. Steven, dude, thank you, man. I really don't have to do that. Do you have Madden 21 on PS4? Long snapper Trent Siege is starting the Madden League. And I was curious if you wanted in. Oh, that sucks, dude. I do not. I play it on PC whenever I do play it. No Car and A-Rod. Yeah. Oh, and 10, of course. Yes. I make the shotgun run in the playoffs. I could see Car dying down. Yeah, dude. You'll see it die down immediately. You'll see the media start jumping on his back as like the golden child. It's just the way all that shit always ends up shaking out. All right, Quinton Jefferson, another one, dude. We got to have our big defensive tackles. This dude's definitely going to make it on this team. I'm super excited about Quinton Jefferson. I want to see him stick around for a good minute. I understand well, most of these dudes that we bring on, they're only on these one-year contracts, and that kind of drives me insane. I'm not even going to lie, but that is what it is. Malcolm Koontz, the rookie that we brought in, man, a lot of you guys have some high hopes for this kid. I'm really hoping he can pan out for us, like really hoping that he can. See, that's 1, 2, 3, that's 6. Like you're talking, we're keeping 3 more dudes on this list going down. So this is where it's going to be tough, like to start making some of these cuts. Carl Nassib is the next person on the list, and this one I'm like really torn on. So let me just jump down real quick because we're going to eliminate some of these other dudes. Let me make sure I got this dude right on my list. Yeah, Niles Scott, number 93, defensive tackle. He's 6'2", 320 pounds. He's 25 out of Pittsburgh State. So, I mean, this kid does have a ton of potential. He could ride the practice squad, keep learning from these other defensive tackles that we do have. And I really think this kid might have a chance at growing. And, like, that's a big-ass dude. Like, that is a large man. So, plus he's still young, so I could see him being the other one kind of going to the practice squad. And then we got our 6. We got to make some more cuts. All right. Darius Stills. That's gonna be tough, dude. Let's just stick at the top. Carl Nassib, man. This sucks because I really think Carl Nassib has a ton of potential. But if you're stacking him against these other dudes, like Solomon Thomas is gonna make this team. I promise you that. Unless like he has some kind of crazy injury, Solomon Thomas will be on this team. Yannick is definitely going to be on this team. So now, I mean, you're starting to trim the fat a little bit. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can get one more of these dudes on your team. It comes down to Nassib, Philon, Vickers, and Darius Stills. Like, who would you want in that situation? Like, we're only keeping 9. We have 8 in our keep box right now. You're going to end up having to release 3 of these dudes, and you can only keep 1 more. So do you keep Carl Nassib? Do you keep Darius? I really like Vickers, dude. And I don't know if I like Vickers more than I like Nassib, but Vickers seemed like he had a hell of a lot more heart than Nassib had last year. Nassib kind of dropped the ball, and whenever Kendall Vickers came up from the practice squad, because he was on the practice squad, he'd come up, he'd totally show up for a game, play with a ton of passion, and then all of a sudden he'd be back on the practice squad, and Carl Nassib, who was a healthy scratch, would be back in the rotation the next week. That kind of shit was driving me insane last year, like completely insane. So, I don't know. Like, in my heart of hearts, I want to give it to Vickers. I think Nassib might end up getting that spot just because Gruden seems to like him for some damn reason, even though I can tell he was pissed off at him last year. But then you still have Darius still sitting, and that pisses me off. I think Philon, I'm saying as a release. Like, straight up, I'm going to release him off this team. Him and Dickerson, I didn't like when either one of them were brought on. I'll go ahead and just release both of them. But then now it comes down to that undrafted rookie free agent who, honestly, for him, I'm going to stick him on the practice squad. Keep 3 because that way you got your defensive tackles, you got your other edge rusher, and now it just comes down to Vickers and Nassib. So if it's Vickers, dude, he does. He has the heart. In my opinion, I really like that kid. And Nassib was a healthy scratch twice last year, like completely healthy, just didn't get to play because he wasn't showing up. So it sucks to say. Plus, it would honestly save us a little bit of money in the long run. I'm going to cut Nassib. I'm going to keep Vickers. That 9 right there, that's a solid-ass defensive line rotation, man. Like, I'm telling you right now, and there's still talks about us bringing in more defensive linemen. So I'm curious to see if that happens. Imagine Ingram jumping into this list, then you're taking Vickers off. But even with the way this sits right now, That's a great defensive line. It's a great rotation. A lot of these dudes can play inside and out. You have some specialty pass rushers in this mix. You got a rookie coming up in Koontz who may or may not be the real deal. We just have to see him at the performance level in the NFL. So, I don't know, man. Hit me up. Let me know what you guys are thinking, dude. I do some homer. Yeah, dude, you have to. Solomon Thomas is going to ball town. Dude, I'm thinking Solomon Thomas is going to have a damn good season. Stills was a steal, and I'm pulling for Vickers. And I'm pulling for Stills too. I really am. I really do like him. But then when I'm looking at this list, it's like, who would I take off to add him in, barring some kind of injury? I think it's going to take him a year to kind of move up. And if you are going to put him back on this list, you're seriously thinking like it's going to be Vickers that's gone, or you re-signed Jonathan Hankins just like to bring him in. I really think Hankins is going to make it though. But there's one of the other few names I could see on this list possibly getting changed up. They'll cut Cujo. It's very possible. Got to be Vickers. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Vickers all day, and I'll take that. Yep, keep Vickers. Nassib is more talented, but the guy's got less chances and played. That's it, dude. They had less chances. They came off the practice squad. They showed up in some big-ass games. Vicker was fired his first Chiefs game. Yes, he was. That dude gave 110% that entire damn game. Nassib was a bad deal from the start. Wish he wasn't the case. Yeah, I wish that wasn't too, Donovan. Nassib versus Vicker. Who fits Gus's scheme? Man, that's the real question, Mike. Like, honestly, that's the real question. Who fits that scheme better? And we're going to have to wait to see how Gus shakes that thing out. I think we're stuck with Nassib due to the money in the contract. Yeah, and I know with the way he restructured it, but I don't understand. It's not that I don't understand. I didn't see what he restructured everything for, and I don't know like the ins and outs of it to see if we can get a clean break from it. Jesus, yeah, I'm liking it, dude. My starting D-line, Yannick Crosby outside, Farrell and Solomon Thomas on the inside. I'll take that, Anthony. I drew that up a few different times. I like the way that looks a hell of a lot. We're adding Ingram. I can feel it. Like, you bring in Ingram, dude, then you're cutting Vickers off this list, and that thing's looking even stronger. But I'm just saying, like, as of right now, these 9 that we're starting on the 53, if it's stuck with this, that's a solid-ass 9, dude. Like, a solid-ass 9. Keeps looks that does, dude. This would work for me all year long. It would, and it would be good depth and a solid rotation coming through. Aaron Rodgers to the Raiders. What do you think? I don't even think about it. It's just off-season hype. Don't even listen to that noise king. It's going to drive you insane. Irvin will be that guy. I'm hoping he is, dude. Koontz is the perfect type to be your next Arden Key. That's what I said, dude. I said it the other day. I was like, Koontz is my new Arden Key. I'm going to back that kid just to see what ends up happening with him. I'm sold on Solomon Thomas. Dude, I really like Solomon Thomas. In this rotation, I think Solomon Thomas is going to get back to his old ways and end up doing damn good. On paper, we got a solid defensive line. I'm expecting big things this year. Andrew, I am too. Oh, Tad and Matt, what's going on? We appreciate the content and the vibe, homie. What do you think? By mid-season, we could see the full potential of Arnett. Oh, man, dude, that's a tough one, dude. Arnett, I do not... A lot of people want to see him starting in the slot. Who was it? Somebody, Raiders, sent it to me earlier, and it was Mullen had like tweeted out a photo of like the starting defense, and it had Arnett starting in that slot corner position, which was cool to see. And if he can fill that role, man, I'll take it all damn day. I just don't see him being one of the starters coming into next season. I think it's going to end up being Mullen. It's going to be Hayward. Release those 3 and go for Ingram. Oh, damn, Rod, now you're talking. Hey, whoever was that Muse hater from the past 2 streams, shut up. He hasn't even played that. Dude, Ardo, that was driving me nuts. I just started skipping past that. Fish, what's happening, dude? Joe, thank you for... Oh, Mitchell, dude, I appreciate it, man. Which late-round pick this year do you think is most likely to ball out? Dude, oh, man, without a shadow of a doubt. Man, I don't have any of my shit right here in front of me, which sucks. But it was that... I don't want to get his name wrong because I really like that kid. Sorry, just give me 1 second. It was that kid we picked up in the 4th round. His name is, like, completely slipping my mind. Yeah, Tyreek Gillespie, dude. Gillespie is going to be the real damn deal. Like, the real deal. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be the real deal. I have him making this team, and I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. Is Koontz legit? And a lot of the people that I've been talking to, dude, they love that kid. That kid's going to have to prove it to me. That is what it is. Like, until I see him put it together, he is my next starting key. Appreciate how you do your show, man. I watch the other creators, and honestly, it feels like they try too hard to be liked, more like actors than real people. You and the Pillage, man, I love Pillaging Podcast. Those dudes, that's like the real, that is straight up the realest Raiders show on YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie. All 3 of those dudes, and even when the 4th comes out, man, that they put out a damn good show. I'm rooting for Hobbs, dude. Hobbs, Anthony, dude, I told you. I broke him down the other day. I really think Hobbs is going to end up. I said it last night. I caught a little bit of shit for it, but I really think that dude has a serious shot at taking Amik Robertson's job off this team. Did you see the power rankings? Had us at 25th. Where do they rank us now? Shit, dude. They're going to rank us low until we start stacking wins. It's going to be the same thing every single year. Until we can start stacking 3-4 wins, take a loss, win 2 or 3, take a loss. Until you can get into that rotation, you're going to be at the bottom of the barrel. They're going to have us ranked low. If we can break into that top 20, I'm always happy. Is Damon Arnett moving to the slot? It's not 100% yet, but it's a real possibility. Mitch on the bottom line view has us ranked 30th worth roster. No, dude, that's insane. No, that's like, no. There's no, if you have us ranked as 30th ranked roster, you need to take a look around the NFL and look at some of the shit some of these teams have right now. Hey, you should do a secondary. It has a lot of depth. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna start breaking down. I really like doing these videos, like I really do, just because I can type them up real quick and then we can just kind of bullshit together and I can move people across. I'm honestly gonna try to break down all the different rooms. I want to do the running back room for sure because it'll go pretty quick, but there's a lot of things that we could discuss about that running back room. The wide receiver room is going to be a fun one to break down. I think our tight end room is pretty much set. You're not going to see too many changes happening in there. But there's a lot of positional groups that we can go through, so I definitely want to do it, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. Confuses me, I thought. Oh, he was Nate. I think Koontz is the man. Dude, Mitchell, a lot of people agree with you. Hobbs could be the guy, too. Hobbs could be the real deal, man. Raiders against the world, nothing new. Yeah, that's it, dude. It's always going to be that way. You think Abram is fighting for a starting job, or is he locked in as a starter? I think he, honestly, at this point, I think he's locked in as a starter. He's kind of a captain on that defense. If him and Kwiatkowski, that's my biggest thing. Him and Kwiatkowski need to learn to work together. I've seen those two yell at each other on the field. I think a lot of it stemmed from them both being confused on Gunther's shit-ass defense. If you can get those two on the same page, making the right calls to each other, and you can get the secondary set the way that Kwiatkowski needs it, and Abram's able to make that call, and Kwiatkowski can focus on getting the linebackers and the defensive line set, that defense right there, that'll be such a big difference maker for this defense. You have no idea. You think Abram's in a fight now for sure. I mean, there's a shit ton of talent around him. Every sack from Koontz, we need to... You know it's coming, dude. I swear the media doesn't actually follow the Raiders, and other than Lou Riddick, no one in the media knows our... No, they do not. Nation, you are 100% right about that. Everybody like the live. Yeah, man, like that live. Click that button. Who's our best linebacker? After our starters, Kwiatkowski, Littleton, and Morrow. Dude, that's a good question, because I was actually looking at that linebacker room, too. There's a lot of different ways it could go. I hate the dudes that are kind of transitioning from the safety to the linebacker position. I want to see Javen White continue to progress and make leaps and bounds on this team. In my personal opinion, I think he was the next best linebacker, and I understand like he got toasted a few times on a few plays, but during like practice and being his first year and being an undrafted guy and really not even getting the training that he should have gotten, I really thought he did pretty damn good. I'd like to see him stick around. Isaiah Johnson is going to the practice squad. That would suck. I would not like that, dude. Louis Riddick is my hero. He's the only one, man. After the starters, Diablo. Oh, man. Diablo, he's another one, dude. Him and Muse are going to be going head-to-head. A lot of you guys have already wrote Muse off completely, that Diablo's here, and he's taking that job over. That's going to be a really tough competition that we're going to have to watch through camp. That's going to be a really good fight. I'm curious to see how that one shakes out. No way Johnson's size and length is going to be used. And yeah, that's what I'm hoping, dude. Javen White. I like Javen White, man. You think Isaiah Johnson plays snaps at free safety this year? It'll all depend. If you see him doing it through camp and through the off-season workouts, if he's starting to slowly work that way, they'll start putting reports out. I know he started to work a little bit in the slot last year, towards the end of the season. I don't know if they're going to keep progressing that or if they're going to try to just keep him in that outside position. I know this is live. It's about the D, but I gotta say I'm very intrigued at the end. Dude, I know there was 2 running backs that we brought. I'm curious about both of them, man. I really want to see that. Thoughts on Aaron Rodgers? He's staying in Green Bay, dude. Don't even waste your mind on it. I think our secondary is shaping up nicely to defend against today's NFL. We're spread out. They're covering backs and tight ends just as important as covering... Yes, Dorian, exactly, dude. Exactly. Yeah, the competition is going to lead to pure depth, Nation, and that's what it's all about. Remember, it's going to be a 55-man roster now. It is, but I guarantee you those extra roster spots, Gruden's going to take that shit to the defensive side of the ball, or to the offensive side of the ball. We got a lot of competition. Dude, this camp is going to be fun. damn near forgot all about White. That's the thing, man. A lot of these dudes are going to start slipping through the cracks. You're going to see some of these dudes that I really like get cut off this team, and it's going to break my damn heart. All right, man. Like I said, this was going to be a short one. Just wanted to break down this positional group. So hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything about that list you would change. And if we bring anybody else on, we'll go back and see how it kind of shuffles out. But until next time, guys, I'm Sunjoku. Thank you all very much for coming out. If you could click that like button on your way out, it does help me out. But until next time, we will see y'all later.